My name is Megan Botham, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about device agnostic tools and what it means to use the web as a platform. First of all, to answer the question, what is a device agnostic tool? I'll quote Margaret Rouse saying, "A device agnostic mobile application, for example, is compatible with most operating systems and may also work on different types of devices including notebooks, tablet PCs, and smartphones." This means that any tool that you use can be used on almost any device as long as it is enabled with internet. So how does it work? Like I said, everything the tool needs is accessed on the internet. So as long as the device has access to the web, the tool can be used. Every single thing that the tool needs to function and run is held on the web, which makes it super mobile and super easy to use on any device. The reason that I'm focusing on device agnostic tools are because these tools can be used anytime, any place, by any person on any device. So when we use these tools in our classroom, we can not only provide specific individualized instruction for kids using these tools, but we can also invite parents and students to use these tools at home. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some examples in English language arts that I use in my classroom. Some of these are Lexia, Google Documents, Read Naturally, RazKids, and Moodle. And like I said before, these tools enable me to give what my kids need to individual students and to invite extensions beyond the classroom. First, I'll tell you a little bit about Lexia. Lexia is an online tool that offers explicit, systematic, personalized learning in the 6 areas of reading. So it helps me to give my kiddos what they need in every area of reading, and then it offers me some norm reference performance data based on how my kids are doing. And what's really cool about this tool is that it provides a personalized learning path based on pretests every time a student sits down to work on Lexia. This is also something that I have my students work on at home and during the summer to make sure that they still have access to some reading instruction. RazKids. RazKids is another online tool like Lexia, but it's a little bit more book-centric than phonics-centric. So once again, kids in my classroom or at home can sign in as themselves, and I provide them with individualized reading assignments based on their reading level. This is a really fun application because students get to discover lots of books, and then I can go in and track their progress, and I can give them little rewards like stickers or other fun things that they can play with. Another great thing is that it can be accessed at home. So if a student is really passionate about reading in RazKids, they can do it on any device, no matter where they are, as long as they have internet. Next, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Read Naturally. Now, Read Naturally is another application that students can use from any place as long as I've set up their login. And this helps students especially to build fluency. Now, the nice thing is I can set their individualized reading level, and then you'll notice that the application takes students through a story based on these main things. So they go through keywords, then they ask the student to write a prediction, then the student reads the story using the microphone, and this is what's called a cold read, so it's their first read. Then, to build fluency, they read along with a voice. Then they're invited to practice reading a couple of times, and each time the student reads, their fluency is tracked. So for each story, students get to see how their fluency gets better and better as they practice reading. Finally, there's a quiz to test comprehension, and then there's a retell. And the retell is a really great part of this application because it's often a part that we don't get time to do in class. And then finally, the student gets to pass on to the next story. And the last device agnostic tool that I'm going to show you about today is Google Documents. Here you can see a screenshot of some Google documents that I use with my 5th graders. I use Google Documents for many, many things, and my students are almost always logged into their Google Documents because they do weekly skills tests in this area, which helps me with my formative assessment. They do some of their spelling work in this area. I use this for writing, so I can provide students with writing templates and rubrics, and then I can track their documents through this. And finally, Google Documents is an area that they can use in their writing and their reading as a reader's response journal, and also they can share documents with others to work on peer editing and giving each other comments. I hope that today I've told you a little bit of new information about device agnostic tools.